Hey guys, it's Marissa from Grow in the Flow, and I'm popping in here because I can't believe it's Friday. I don't know where the week went. It's been crazy and busy for me. How has it been for you? I wanted to maybe pull a couple cards for the weekend energies, but I'm also deeply reflecting on the very powerful 1111 gateway energies that we have just come through, and also just a number of beautiful messages and spiritual breadcrumbs that have come up this week for me through my client readings, through my personal reflections that I want to share. And so I kind of sat down and was tuning in and wondering, what do I want to do here? Where do I want to go? And I was drawn to this beautiful deck that I haven't really had a chance to work much with, the Divine Abundance Oracle cards from Tosha Silver. They are gorgeous, and just sat here, shuffled, and the cards were telling me a story. These are the cards that came up that I wanted to share with you, because yesterday when I woke up on 11/11, I got this one word, steady. The word steady popped in my head, and I spent the rest of the day kind of mulling around as I went about my business, like, what was that about? And I was kind of, first I got, get ready, set, go, but steady, set, go. Well, then it turns out, I didn't know this. Some people say ready, steady, go. And I didn't know that that was a thing, because typically I've heard it as ready, set, go. And so I realized I'm getting this red, yellow, green, the energies of, being poised for movement, prepping for movement, and then taking off and going through the threshold, going through the portal. And so these cards started coming out as sort of like, the steps that we take. And I'm going to talk through them as I go, of how that shows up for us when we are steadying ourselves for change, for awakening and change. And so there's this process ahead of the go, the movement, where we are going through these periods of letting go, of shedding these dense layers that no longer serve us, old patterns, old habits, old ways of being, things that are no longer sustaining us. And so, we come to this place of having to ready ourselves. And how do we do that? We go through this shedding, these layers that we have been peeling back, which has been such a part of the Scorpio season, of all of these energies of bringing in the death energy of transition. And so this non-duality card came up next, about bringing through authentic humanity while also bowing to the inner divine. So this is about finding that balance between those aspects of self, the shadow and the light, the midnight indigo energy of the light in the dark, and the sunrise new dawn of the awakening and the light and awareness that comes in from this process of shedding the layers, of letting go, of peeling back, releasing. And it also comes with embracing parts of ourselves that perhaps we don't want to look at, parts of ourselves that we have previously carried the vibration of shame or regret, embarrassment, judgment, whatever it may be that we've been carrying. There's an invitation in all of the energy that we've been coming through to bring together a readying of our new self to emerge. Again, with the letting go comes clearing. Going through this process of sweeping out, this clear sweep, this cleansing and clearing of, and I get, here, of course, Lord Ganesha, and here we have the energy of the remover of obstacles, moving through those barriers and blockades that previously were seen as completely impossible to overcome, and yet finding ways and means in the most unlikely of places to bring through this clearing, because it's actually easy to let go when we shift our mindset, when we move from being just in the head into the heart and the gut, and unifying the three. And that has been a theme that has come up in many of my client readings this week, about clearing energetic blockages and aligning the chakras, aligning all aspects of self to bring through great clearing, and getting us to that place of readiness for awakening and change. Sacrifice. This card is talking about surrender and how sometimes that can be painful. understanding why the universe may bring certain things into our life or take certain things out of our life. That whole idea of why is this happening to me as opposed to it's happening for me, right? The gift that is in the struggle, the gift that is in the challenge. And this is further talking about illusions, obsessions, and addictions. So those of us who we all on some level struggle with some aspect of those illusions, those limiting beliefs, those thoughts that we've been holding on to that are keeping us playing small, the obsessions, that tendency to be in that state of analysis paralysis, churning around all of those old thoughts and beliefs that we have been holding on to, addictions, ways of being, patterns, and things that we lean into to help us to numb out and check out and be able to function. So we think. But we find ourselves here at this pathway where we've been invited to look at, shining a light on those shadow aspects. I mean, these cards were just popping one out after the other and speaking to me. So I wanted to pop on here to see if they would be speaking to you as well, because I have definitely been seeing a theme coming in throughout this week of, clearing the way, and how do we do that? And so looking at the sacrifices, and that's coming up again as those illusions, obsessions, and addictions. An obvious epiphany came through this week in one of my readings about the dark night of the soul. Feeling stuck in this place, in some cases for so long, weeks, months, years of feeling like going through periods of emotional and energetic struggle. Why? Why is this happening to me? Well, when we talk about physical wellness, the aches, the pains, the symptoms, the things that come up to bring to our attention that something is out of alignment, something is in need of healing in our physical body. So too, the light in the dark, the struggle, is the symptom, is the ailment. If it were not for these struggles, these shadows, these difficulties that we grapple with to get our attention, to gnaw at us, to pull at us, to say, hey, why? Why is this happening? That is what brings it to our attention in order for us to address it and to embrace it, to release those aspects, to clear, to let go, to acknowledge the sacrifice, the energy of sacrifice, which is the cutting away of all that needs to go, to parting ways so that we can embrace the awakening and the change. So bringing in these two beautiful energies. And as I say that, this space where the lighting was so amazing the other day, I have a blog post I put up ahead of 11/11 about this. I can see that the light is pouring in now. I feel like I need to pull back the curtain in the spirit of letting the light in. Let's see what wants to come through when we let the light in, when we invite in the light now. We bring in the vibration of awakening and change. That's what I have been feeling all week, that I've been trying to find time to put words to. Still a work in progress, but I thought, you know what? I'm just going to pop on here. And here again, I see the shadow coming in through the window. That is a metaphor, an analogy for, this space where we have an opportunity to bring in the new, taking each of these steps that are coming forward to ready, steady, ready, and go, getting ourselves to a place of steadiness, rooting in, grounding in, and preparing to take that step. And wherever you are on that spectrum, wherever you are in that journey is right where you need to be. Yeah, that light is coming in real strong now. Okay, so here we have these cards that came forward. I'm going to ask for one last card to go with this series of messages. And again, I'm just letting the shadow and the light play do whatever it's going to do. Could use a pair of sunglasses, though, I can tell you that, because the light is blinding. Worth. You are worthy. You have been worthy to belong to love all along, without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. Gorgeous. Love this. Yes, the eye of the tiger here is knowing, having the awareness, embracing the awareness, reuniting with the awareness that you are worthy. And it doesn't matter where you were in that process. It doesn't matter if you were steadying yourself, ready, or in motion. In all steps, in all places in the process, you were always worthy. It doesn't matter if you were in the throes of the sacrifice, the illusions, the obsessions, the addictions. It doesn't matter if you were in a place of resistance to letting go, clearing, embracing the light and the dark aspects of self. You were always worthy. And at soul level, you know that. That's these messages that have been coming through so strong. So I'm just sharing them with you as the sun ducks behind a cloud. Let's do a quick card pull to see what is on deck for the week ahead. So I'm going to bring out another amazing deck that I haven't had time. It's good to be busy, right? But there's just so many fun things to explore. This gorgeous deck, the Tarot of Curious Creatures, thank you, Chris Ann, is her newest deck. I've had it here for a week or so and have really not had a chance to delve into it, but it is amazing. The artwork, the color, just the depth of her interpretations. Always love her decks. And so this one is no exception. I am going to tune in here to our weekend energies. So we're talking about this weekend for everybody on the collective level. So we know that there could be aspects of all of these messages that may resonate with you more than others. That's how it works for collective energy. So feel free to take what resonates with you and leave the rest. But let's get some cards for this weekend. I'm trying to shuffle pretty good because I haven't had a chance to do too much with this deck. But let's get one card for the beginning, the middle, and the end. I feel like those want to come out. Okay, let's see what we have. I love it. Okay, these are so cute. I'm going to put the pictures up on my Instagram page as well. Beginning of the weekend, Knight of Pentacles. So, again, you have been planting seeds. You have things that you have been setting into motion to build, to create, to bring into your life. And it has been a diligent process of step by step. And so it's feeling like, things that you have been setting into motion are really starting to come clear, more and more clear into view. And moving into this weekend, there's going to be an opportunity for you to focus a little bit on that work, that creation, that area of interest. These can be hobbies. These can be projects around the house. It can be, passion projects, different things that you have been wanting to work on, that you have been really have put a lot into, but sometimes there's just a lack of time and ability to focus on those areas. This weekend, you are poised to really get grounded and root into those projects and make some headway. So that's coming in here right out the gate for the beginning of the weekend. Now, middle of the weekend, we have this gorgeous version of the Lovers card, the major arcana card, the Lovers. There's a choice. There is a position that you're in where you get to choose between, and perhaps this could be more than one option for how you're going to spend your weekend. It could be, sort of looking at business or pleasure. So, the work that you want to do, the things that you really wanted to focus on, you could be offered a choice to perhaps, focus in that area or something else. And this could be an invitation to socially, to get out, to interact with others. The choice is yours. So this is showing that you could receive some type of an offering of another option from maybe how you were expecting to spend your weekend, or maybe how you were under the impression that you would be spending your weekend, but something else is coming along to give you options. And then through the end of the weekend, we have the Four of Swords and we have the Magician. I mean, these are so adorable. Four of Swords, you need a little time out, a little rest, a little reset, a little recondition, and maybe after you decided to spend your Saturday some type of way, a little resting might be in order, a little recuperating and resetting for the week ahead. So a little time out, a nap maybe. But the Magician says, no matter what you've got going on here, as far as work to do, projects, intentions that you have set, or choices that you may have about other ways to spend your time and energy this weekend, that you have all the tools you need to proceed in whichever path lights you up. So just think about now, with this idea of, what is on deck for you this weekend. What is it that you want to manifest this weekend? What is it that you would like to come out of this as you move into next week? And then align your expectations and align the energies that you're putting into whatever it is you're doing with what you wish to create, what magic you want to make this weekend. Ensure that you are employing all of the tools that are going to help move you in that direction. So if it is a time out and quiet for working on a project, or cutting out distractions, take the steps that you need to do to silence your phone, disconnect, unplug, set time aside as best you can. If it is, to get out and engage with others, and maybe, if there's an invitation or something that's resonating for you as something that you might be invited to partake in this weekend, then make your plans accordingly so that you have your day set up in order to be successful in the area of making it all work, making it all fit as best you can. But you have to leave room for the unexpected, for things to need a do-over, for, different ways that can show up for you. So be open to having a time out and resting, refueling, and getting yourself back on track for the week ahead. So that's what we have coming up for our weekend energies. I feel like this was kind of a mixed bag of messages that just came burbling out. So I wanted to share them with you while they were still in the front of mind. So again, hopefully some of this has resonated for you. There's just so much going on energetically right now. That it really is about trying to find those quiet moments, those opportunities that we have to really get connected in with whatever is coming up for us. And again, it can show up in the most unexpected of ways. So even if a word is just popping into your head, little synchronicities, spiritual breadcrumbs that fall about, taking out a moment, if you can, to sort of connect in with what that is, the greater message may be coming in from your higher self. So how about I take one last card from this adorable deck, just to sort of wrap it up for our, can't have all those, wrap it up for our Friday and head on into our weekend. All right, we will take it. Page of Wands, all the sparks, all the ideas coming in here. And, this is kind of like, again, bringing in that light and dark, isn't it? We have the stripes of the zebra, the black, the white, the light, the shadow, but bringing in a splash of color and accessorizing and allowing for the constant change of, again, letting go and shadows coming in now, letting go and embracing the new that wants to come in through this process of awakening and change. So ready, steady, go. Wishing you a fantastic weekend, sending you so much love and many blessings. Take good care.